Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alana and today I have a super exciting video that I have to do. So my good friend Kaylin from Kay's Crochet Haven here on YouTube, go check her channel out. She did a 23 non-yarny things about me video where she was tagged by another YouTuber and then it just goes on and on and on. Well, she tagged me and I'm so super excited to do this. So basically this is like my way of letting you guys get to know me better with, pre-organized questions that somebody came up with that I don't have to think of how to talk about myself because I hate it. I'm sorry. I don't say hate. I never hate anything. I don't like talking about myself because I don't know what to say. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Well, I mean, first, thank you, Kay. You're the best for doing this. Okay, so basically what this list is 23 of your favorite things. Like, what's your favorite color, yada yada. So I'm going to get started. Number 1, what is your favorite color? I don't have a favorite color. I love all colors. I mean, and I know that's such a generic answer, but I do. I don't have a favorite. I like all colors. Some colors I like better, as a color that I would wear. Some colors I like better as colors for my bed. I don't know. I honestly, I know it's such a generic answer, but I don't have a favorite color. I love all color. I love all colors. Favorite genre of music. It's the same. I wouldn't say I have a favorite. I listen to all kinds of music. Like in my latest giveaway video, one of the or you had to comment what your favorite genre of music was, and I even say that mine is like I love everything from A to Z. I love ABBA to Zac Brown Band. I mean, and all of it in between. And I read some of the comments to that giveaway video, and a few of you listed some music that I didn't know. But a few of you I knew, like somebody had mentioned Five Finger Death Punch. Well, I know I love their song. And of course, I can't think about it right. I can't get the song in my head right now. I Remember Everything. I love that song. That is such a beautiful song. And then, I mean, a lot of you named 80s hair bands. I love all them. And some of you named some older country stuff, and I know all them. So I listen to all genres of music. Okay, so this one, favorite food. So this one's a little tougher because for those of you that don't know, a year ago in January, I quit smoking. Well, then not long after that, I went on a low carb diet. And knock on wood, that's been going great. So I'm going to list my favorite pre-diet foods and then favorite post-diet foods. So favorite pre-diet food would probably have been, or is it food or type of food? I'll do both. So pre-diet favorite type of food would have probably been Mexican. I loved going out to Mexican, Chinese. Oh, I miss Chinese food. That probably would have been my favorite. Chinese would have probably been my favorite type. But as favorite, like at home dinner, pre-diet would have probably been. Matt and I used to make this. We called it dip. Like it sounds so bad, but what it was is we take Velveeta ground beef hamburger, brown that up, and Rotel and a little salsa and black beans, and put that all in a pot, melt it all, mix it all up, and then we just eat that for with tortilla chips and watch a movie or something. That was my favorite pre-diet like dinner that we made. Okay, so post-diet, my favorite type of food, I don't know. You can't really have a favorite type at pre-diet. So I'm just gonna say my favorite food pre-diet or post-diet would probably be. Matt came up with this dinner. What he does is take seasoned ground sausage, like breakfast sausage, browns that and crumbles it up, and then he'll drain the fat off that, and then he'll put a block of cream cheese in the skillet, and then he'll take a couple of dollops of sour cream, and he'll put that in the skillet, and then a little bit of heavy whipping cream, and he'll mix that up and get that boiling, and then he'll take that and then he'll stuff that into and parmesan, shredded parmesan cheese, and then he'll take that and then he'll stuff that into halved jalapenos, and then bell peppers, and then bake that. Oh my god, that stuff is good, and it's low carb. Actually, I don't think there's any carbs in it. No, I think there's carbs in the Parmesan. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so moving on. Favorite soda or pop? I don't drink soda. I've never have been a soda drinker. Even before we started this diet, I never was a soda drinker. If we went out to eat, like at a fast food restaurant, and I would probably get a Dr. Pepper, but other than that, no, we never really drank. I drink coffee and water. Okay, so favorite animal. So I'm going to do like Kay did. She did her favorite domestic and then favorite like wild animal. So mine are both pretty close. My favorite domestic has got to be my cat. A cat. I love cats. And then favorite wild, this is so adorable. So there is, if you Google what is the deadliest cat in the world, it'll come up with this little bitty wild cat. If I remember right, I think it may be in like Africa. I'm not sure. It is the cutest little thing ever, and oh, that cat is adorable. That's my favorite wild animal. And then there's another one too with a really fluffy face, like that a wild cat that has a really wide fluffy face. That I love that thing too. They're adorable. Okay, favorite holiday. My birthday. No, I'm kidding. Um, favorite holiday. Okay, so this is an odd one. I feel like people are gonna think this is an odd one, but I would have to say Halloween is probably my favorite holiday for two reasons. For one, it is the funnest thing to hand out candy at Halloween to all these little kids that show up at your house dressed as the cutest things ever. I love that. And secondly, because it's the start to the biggest holidays coming up. So Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. So I'm gonna say Halloween. My favorite would have to be Halloween. Favorite book and or series. So this is a good one. As I was growing up, I wasn't really much of a reader. I could find 100 different things to do than read. But once adulthood, I read my first series. I read was Miss Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children. That series, I was hooked. Not one for the story. The story is just, I loved that. But two, the author came wrote this story based on old pictures that he had found in antique stores or resale shops or antique malls. He would find odd pictures, and then he would base the characters in this series off these pictures he found. And they would, he would obviously make them what's the word I'm looking for? Like fantical? Is that a word? Fantical? Like they're fantasy characters off of these. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I read the series and I love that. Another series that I could not put the books down was 50 Shades of Grey. Holy cow. Read that. Favorite book, like a book alone, would probably be I don't know. I'm looking at my books now. I'm going to say I don't have a favorite. Okay, I do have a favorite. Let me go grab it. Okay, so I'm going to call this my favorite book as of now. I did finish this a month ago, maybe. I haven't started a new one yet, but this is Anne Rule, Killer Less Killer. Anne Rule, I love her. This is a book. She's a true crime author, so this is a book about a true serial killer that was wow. He had some issues with shoes and women's feet. So if you want a good true crime book about a real serial killer, this is a good one. This book is going to have you going, what? Are you kidding me? it's got pictures in it, and I was gonna show you a picture. Yeah, this is that's the serial killer. Anyway, that's a good book. Anything by Anne Rule. Okay, so where was I? Next question. Favorite pizza topping? See, that's a hard one too, because when I did eat carbs, if we had pizza, it was a supreme. I want everything on my pizza. I loved all pizza. I would eat pineapple and ham pizza. I would eat uh cheese pizza. I'd eat pepperoni pizza, sausage pizza, everything. Meat lovers, meat galore. I try not to be generic with my answers, but that's the truth. It's me. I'll eat anything. As bad as that sounds. Okay, so favorite pastime. So you can't say crocheting because it's Yarny. I would say my favorite pastime would probably be antique mall or flea market shopping with my husband. And my girls too. That's what we do. We haven't done that in a while. Okay, so favorite TV series. See, this is hard too because we watch so much. So off the top of my head, something recent. We used to watch Dexter, like when it first came out. We watched all of those. Love Dexter. Well, then they just came out with like a kind of a reboot of it, and we watched that, and I was not happy with that. So there's nothing that we've really been like. I don't know. Favorite TV series. I'm gonna go Yellowstone. We watched that from the beginning, and I absolutely love Yellowstone. How can you not love Kevin Costner? Anywho, also, so Matt and I at the beginning of the year, we needed something to watch, but like we both wanted something that we both liked and that we both could be like, because we don't have like a show every night to watch. Like one night a week, a show will record that I like, mainly me, and we'll watch that, and then that's it. But we wanted something that every night both of us could sit down and watch, so we needed something really long and that we both liked. So we got to looking around, and I found Law and Order SVU. I had watched that years ago. I watched an episode or two, or like when I was home from work or home from school, I'd watch it. And I thought, you know what? I was like, there's like hundreds and hundreds of episodes. Let's watch this. Well, he had never actually, watched it all. So I turned on an episode, and he's like, oh yeah, we're going to do that. So one of our New Year's resolutions was by the end of 2022, we're going to watch every episode of SVU, which, if I remember right, there's 400 and some, maybe. I don't remember. But I think 20 some seasons, and we just finished season 10 last night. So we'll start season 11 tonight. But as of more than that, I would say Yellowstone. Yellowstone is probably the show that we are most excited to come on. So I'm going to go Yellowstone. All right, so favorite fruit. See, and this is something that it depends how I'm going to eat it. Like if I'm to like pick the fruit and eat it, it would be an apple. As far as cooking with, cherries. Probably, yeah. So I'm going to say apple and cherries. Let's see. Favorite vegetable. Okay, so pre-diet potatoes. Hands down potatoes. I could eat mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, grilled potatoes, French fries. I love a potato. That is the hardest vegetable to quit whenever we started this diet. Potatoes. Loved potatoes. Post-diet would be green beans and onions. I can eat an onion like an apple. I love onions. So green beans and onions. And I get that from my dad. My dad is an onion eater too. Okay, favorite subject in school. My mind instantly wants to say study hall. I'm gonna go business and accounting classes. Those were probably my favorite. Favorite actor or actress? Uh, as of now, I'm gonna go Kevin Costner. And favorite actress? I don't know. I don't really have. I don't see. I know it sounds so generic, but I don't. I wouldn't say I have a favorite. If I like your movie, I like your movie. If you may make another movie I don't like, so I wouldn't want to judge you on based on that. I don't know. I don't have a favorite. Singer. Again, I don't have a favorite. I like a lot of different singers. I will say this. When I was in high school and I was growing up, I was absolutely head over heels for Clay Walker. He's a country singer. And I'll never forget this. One morning before school, we had CMT playing. That's back when CMT did music videos. I don't even know if they still do or not. But one morning I was getting ready for school, and Clay Walker's song "What's It to You" was playing on CMT on the TV. And if I remember right, that country video, music video, had him on stage like he was like at a concert. And as I was getting ready for school, I walked by the TV, and one, that's my favorite song, or it was when I was a kid. Um, Two, I loved him. Well, then as I'm walking by the TV, he is, singing to the camera, and he points to the camera and he's like, "What's it to you?" And I'm like, and my heart fell, and I was just like, I love him. And my sister's standing there going, and she's watching this whole thing. And she's just, okay, so here's a non-Yarny thing you may not know about me. I'm a twin. I have a twin sister. She is, we are fraternal twins, so we don't match. She's got red hair and freckles and blue eyes and about 20 pounds lighter than me. Anyway, she's standing there watching me going, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm just like, I love him. So anyway, I'll say that. That was my favorite singer when I was in high school, was Clay Walker. Okay, superhero. Um, I have no idea. Catwoman? Is she a superhero? Hero? I don't know. Comedian. Okay. So, comedian. I don't know if this is asking like stand-up comedian or an actor that's always plays a funny part, but I'm going to pick somebody that it kind of means a lot to me, and the reason being is because this is well, I'll just tell you. I'm going to have to go Chris Farley. I was a kid watching him, and I loved his like craziness and just flipping and flopping around, and him on SNL, absolutely loved him. As an adult, I would probably find him a little annoying, but that's neither here nor there. But as a kid, I loved him in the movies he was in, and I loved him on SNL. And then when he passed, that was like the first big I don't want to say like heartbreak or anything like that, but actor that passed away that kind of like that kind of that I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. It hit me hard. That was the first famous person that passed that kind of I was like, what? Because when I was a kid I loved him. But I'm gonna say Chris Farley. Okay, favorite season, fall. Hands down fall. I love the smell of fall. That's the next one. Hands down fall. Okay, favorite movie. I'm gonna go. I do have favorite movies. I have several favorite movies. When I was a kid, I'm gonna make this video long, and I apologize, but I want to explain why. So when I was a kid, my mom and my dad were not together, right? My mom, did her own thing, and my dad had us, yada yada. Anyway, so when we went to my mom's house to stay the weekend, my mom had this friend, and he was the coolest guy ever. He had long hair. He kind of looked like my husband now. He had a long hair, long beard, had a mustache, glasses. Um, he looked like an older hippie, basically. And he and my mom were good friends, right? So my mom would take us over there whenever we would go to my mom's house for the weekend. We would go to his house and mom would hang out with him and do whatever. And he told us we could go through his movies and watch all of his movies. Well, I was like, okay. So I go through all these movies and I watched for the first time. This is where I fell in love with these movies. Tank Girl. Loved that movie when I was a kid. The Dark Crystal, The Labyrinth, um, what else? Willow, loved that when I was a kid. The Never Ending Story. He had these movies, and we would watch them and watch them and watch them and watch them. Well, I would because I loved them. Um, there's more, but I can't remember. I can't remember them off the top of my head. But anyway, those were like my favorite movie. Tank Girl. I wanted to be her. Loved that movie. Anyway, so sad story. I found out, I don't know, a couple of years after I had watched those, that guy was walking somewhere at a gas station, and a semi didn't know he was next to the trailer, and the semi started to go and made a turn, and when it did, it rolled him between another trailer and the semi, and it killed him. It was awful, but his name was Mike. Anyway, he's the reason I know those movies. All right, so favorite smell. I am gonna go with gasoline. I love the smell of gas. I don't know why. Since I was a kid, I love the smell of gasoline. All right, my best friend, my husband, and my daughters. I don't know. Anyway, favorite decade. Okay, so do I have to be alive in that decade? Because I would probably have to go with the 40s and the 50s, or the 40s and the 50s, because life was so simple from what I've watched on TV and what I've read about and documentaries and things like that. Life was so simple. Um I say that, but I'm sure it probably wasn't. But I would have liked to have lived through the 40s and 50s, but also like the gunslinger era, like Jesse James and all that, because I totally would have been like the female gunslinger, I guess. I don't know. I think I would have been a female outlaw. um I just say that because of movies I've seen. I would I would be like, I don't know. Okay, favorite YouTube channel. So I'm not gonna list Yarny ones, but I am gonna list a YouTuber that's main channel is Yarn, but he has another channel that I watch every day, and that's Fiber Spider Games. I listen to his narrations on those games every day. I work with my earbuds in or my headphones in and listen to him, and I'll listen to the same video 3 or 4 times. I love Fiber Spider Games. I highly recommend that um subscribe and watch his videos. He's got it. Not only do I like it because of it's Fiber Spider, but also his narration on video games I like listening to, because he talks as if he's interacting with the video game, the character in the video game. But not only that, he some of the things he says or he'll do is it just cracks me up. It's hilarious. Um and he's got games for everybody. I mean, there's games that'll make you cry, there's games that'll make you laugh, there's games that are just like, what? And then there's games that are, like shoot 'em up games, things like that. But Fiber Spider Games, favorite YouTube channel. And that's it. That is the 23 non-yarny things about me. So now I tagged someone. So I am gonna go out on a limb. If he sees this, that's awesome. I'm gonna fangirl if he does. Um, if he doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm gonna tag Fiber Spider. If you guys could help me, that'd be awesome. Okay. Sorry, I had to fangirl off camera for a second. Okay, but I'm gonna tag Fiber Spider, and like I said, if he sees it, that'd be awesome. If he doesn't, that's no big deal. I understand. Or if he doesn't do it, I understand that too. So yeah, I'm gonna tag Fiber Spider, and once again, I want to thank Kaylin from Kay's Crochet Haven. Check her out, please. I'll put a link in the description box for her. And that's it. There's the 23. I about said 25. 23 things about me you may not have known. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.